70% of women believe they're not good enough or do not measure up in some way, whether it be through their looks, their performance in school or work, or their relationships. And I'm on a mission to change all of this. I'm Teri Hofford, and I want to empower as many women as I can. I believe that empowerment photography better defines what we do here at Teri Hofford Photography. Our intent is to help women find themselves, love themselves, and appreciate themselves on a whole new level than they ever thought they could.
Okay, so I'm Jamie, and I'm 36. I'm a mom. I've been a mom for a really long time. I had my first child when I was 17, and I think I've always been large. I was a large child. I was 5'10" by the time I was 12 years old, so I've always been larger than all the other people around me.
My name is Nikki. I'm 33, and I'm a single mom of 2 girls. They're going to be 6 and 4.
Hi, my name is Samantha. I'm 35 and I'm a mom of 3 children. I looked at boudoir as sort of a self-acceptance. I was diagnosed with a condition that causes me to have many side effects, one of which is weight gain without any control. So no matter what I eat or what I do, I won't be able to lose it. It's caused from a brain tumor, and I take medication to control it. All that controls is it controls me not gaining any more weight. But I'm at this point thinking I'm stuck with it for a while, so I better accept it.
Empowerment photography is not just the act of taking off your clothes in front of a photographer, but rather it's about facing those fears of the people that have told you you weren't beautiful enough to look at yourself and appreciate your body. It's for that negative voice in your own mind telling you that you're not worthy, and that every time you look at yourself naked in a mirror, you squish and you prod and you pull and you wish that things were different.
In my head, when I hear boudoir, I hear like 1980s with a giant feather boa and like really big bangs and, you know, super soft lighting before there was a lot of airbrushing, just lots and lots of filters. But looking at all these women, and some of it was like photography that I love, like it's dark and it's gritty and it's sexy and it's slutty in the best possible way. I thought like this boudoir is a whole new generation of boudoir, and it's people who are doing it not as a gift for their significant other, it's a gift for themselves. You know, I went through a period shortly after my divorce where I was like, no, I'm not going to be this fat person anymore that nobody really loves or is unworthy, and you know, I ate only like salads, and I worked out 6 days a week for an hour and a half a day, and I was really intense about it, and I lost 100 pounds, and everybody's like, oh, you look really amazing, and I'm like, oh, but I feel terrible on the inside. I'm going through this horrible experience, and I've been in this abusive relationship, and I've had this abusive childhood. Nobody really wants to acknowledge that because all they want to talk about is, oh my God, how did you lose all this weight? Tell us your secret. And so at that kind of really low point, it really dawned on me that I was no healthier on the inside at, you know, the lower weight or 100 pounds less than I had been when I was 100 pounds more. And no amount of starving myself or running myself ragged was going to make me feel any better about myself.
I'd always thought it was just for pretty girls, like sexy photos. I had never seen a plus size boudoir, so I didn't think it was for somebody like me. I didn't think there was any way to make somebody my size look good on camera, because for me, I hated pictures. With this experience, it completely changed my way of looking at things. She taught me how to take a great selfie. That's the most important thing in the world these days. I find it super empowering. It gives everyone even if it's just for one day to feel like a princess. Just this past summer, just around the same time as this second shoot came available, I went to Canada's Wonderland with my kids and my husband, and I couldn't get on a ride because I didn't fit. And it brought me right back down to that spot where it's like, oh my God, how embarrassing. I would chalk it up as the most embarrassing moment of my life. And so then I wrote into Teri just about my story and how every woman needs to have that self-acceptance and to realize how beautiful they are just simply in a picture. Yes, your hair and makeup is done, but it's still just you. There's really nothing different. It's just you in your own clothes, some of Teri's if you want, and it's you're beautiful. You look at yourself completely different after that. And when you stop looking at yourself that way, you hear Teri's voice in the back of your head saying, "You're a beautiful bitch." And you look at, I got affirmation cards that I have at my desk, and it's just, it gives you that inspiring moment that you get to carry with you.
It's really important that I set a good example for my kids, and that's my main motivation. I don't want them to ever feel ashamed of the way they look or the way their body is, and I feel like by setting that example for them, that's what they'll see through me. And so by doing this, it was kind of just showing, you know, it doesn't matter what you look like, but we can do everything. We can be a model, we can look pretty, we can, you know, get all dolled up, we can take our clothes off, we can do it all, and you don't have to be ashamed. And so if my daughters, you know, turn out having a larger body or not, right, they'll know that it doesn't matter and that they can love themselves. I feel like after being a mom, you know, things settle into different places and you're so all consumed with taking care of your kids that you forget to take care of yourself, and you kind of lose that self-love, and I wanted to really bring that back, and I've been spending maybe the past year or two working on self-love and what does that mean and how do you get it, and it's all part of the process, I think. I think the 80s though, that people talked about like dieting and like, you know, it was like the big thing, and I remember it was always in my family, like somebody was always on a diet, and my mom, I mean, she did her best, right? My mom's like really thin and blonde and like an A cup, and it's way different, and she did the best she could, right? You know, you don't want your kids to grow up unhealthy or, you know, have issues, right? And that's like kind of where she was coming from. But she started working for Women's Health Clinic, and she had to take that body positivity course, and ever since then she's not said a word to me. So, and I love that, you know, sometimes we just have to relearn things.
Women deserve wall space. And it sounds ridiculous, but try to find a picture of your mom or your grandma or any woman where she is not in the back of a family photo. It just doesn't happen, and I don't know if it's because the women have been taught not to see their worth, and therefore it makes it okay for the rest of the family to be okay with the fact that women don't have their photos up on the wall. I don't know, but I think it's time that changed. I think it's time women put themselves on the wall. 1 photo, 2 photos, a whole gallery, I don't care. I just need you to have a photo of yourself to look at, to remind yourself of the fearless, beautiful, confident woman that you are. The technical term for boudoir photography is intimate portraits in a woman's bedroom or hotel room. And what we do here is so much more than just pretty pictures. We have a canvas on our wall. I wish it could be the wall, but I lease my studio, so I can't do that. But a big canvas on the wall where after every shoot I get my clients to write something positive about themselves, either that they feel right after their session or kind of their mantra that they live by. And I find it extremely uplifting, not only for the clients that come in or potential clients, but also for myself when I'm sitting here trying to remember why I do what I do. I just glance over at the canvas and it reminds me every single day the importance of the work that we do here with empowerment sessions. When you see a photo from an empowerment session with me or anyone for that matter, my hope is that not only will you see that you have the ability to be sexy and vivacious in a bombshell, but you also remember how you felt in that moment when that photo was being taken, when you were completely vulnerable and you laid it all out on the line for a complete stranger. And you're taken back to that moment where somebody's motivating you and reminding you of how beautiful and strong you are. That's what I want you to feel when you look at your photos. Well, the empowerment session itself is of an intimate nature where it's just myself and the client. We're working towards a bigger and more global revolution. By creating a community of women that support each other and uplift each other, we're kind of fighting against what the media tells us women are like, which is not true at all. A lot of the times on TV or online, you'll see videos of women fighting each other, tearing each other down. And I don't think it's an accurate representation of the awesome power that we have to uplift each other. We take that very seriously here at our studios in that in order to shoot with myself, we have kind of a code of conduct that I require my clients to swear that they will uphold afterwards, and it's nothing weird, I don't think, but it really just kind of checks them before making judgments about other women, judgments about themselves, and kind of upholds them to a higher standard than maybe they were prior to coming in to see me. A lot of times we fill our heads with negative stuff, more so about ourselves than other people, but that is just as damaging, if not more so.
I would say that it's for those 90 seconds. It's for the 90 seconds of your day where you're stuck naked in front of a mirror and you're waiting for your shower to warm up or, something to happen in your day. And we all have that time, and it's early in the morning and you have troll hair and you have last night's eye makeup on and you're kind of pinpointing all those little flaws and we're all like, oh yeah, look at that. And it's important because that body is this booty body, and it's the same thing. And I think if you can start every day by remembering that this body is still that body, what an amazing start to your day that would be.
I'm Teri Hofford, and I want to empower as many women as I can.